Good, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video, and in today's video we are going to be reviewing In the Lost Lands. I'm going to be 100% honest, I'm recording this at 1 o'clock in the morning, so I'm going to be fairly quiet, but I'm going to try and keep this interesting regardless. I'm going to get straight into this. I feel like this video is going to be quite a short one because we'll just get into that. A witch travels to the Lost Land in search of a magical power that allows the person to transform into a werewolf. Let's go ahead and talk about the storyline. It wasn't good. No, unfortunately, this film is... yeah. To put it briefly, I fell asleep in the cinema. Now, granted, I was working during that day, but I only did a 6-hour shift, so it didn't really get me all that tired. However, this film is very simple in terms of storyline, and it offers nothing special, which is kind of a shame really, because again, this is one of those films that in the trailers it looked really good, but unfortunately this film just really didn't do all that good. And yeah, bit of a shame really, because they actually have some decent casting. Dave Bautista is one of my favorite actors, but yeah, pretty much it just follows a very simple narrative and there's nothing really to it. I am going to give where credit is due. I do think some of the fights were actually quite cool, and the cinematography was actually half decent. It was quite good, so I'll give credit where credit is due. Not only that, but I think the kind of color palette in this film, although some people will disagree, I think that with this type of film, the colors were really good. There are some specific scenes, probably some you'll see in the trailer, that kind of shows the kind of color that is used. I think for this kind of film, it's actually quite good, but some people will probably argue that no, it doesn't look good, it makes it look horrible. Me personally, I quite like it, but those are the only really kind of redeeming factors within this film. And unfortunately, obviously in the film, you want it to be a good story, but this film just doesn't really offer that much. Again, the only real good points in this film is pretty much the cinematography, some of the fight scenes, and again, I do like the kind of color that they used, but that's it really. And the storyline is just not that good, so unfortunately there's not really much else to say about that. We will talk about the acting, and some of the acting was quite corny, but also it almost felt like there was no proper character development, any kind of emotion within the characters as well. I think this is probably going to be one of the shorter reviews I've ever done. I think the shortest I have done is about 5 minutes, and I feel like this is going to be less. There isn't really much to say about this film that is really good. Another thing to talk about this film is the budget. The budget was 55 million. If you watch this film, it does not feel like a 55 million film at all. I'm not going to recommend this film to anyone, and if you do decide to watch it, I feel sorry for you, because you are going to waste nearly 2 hours of your life. To give it a rating out of 10, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. It only gets that simply because it would be lower. It would be lower, but the only reason why it gets a 4 instead of like a 2 is simply because of the cinematography and some of the fight scenes. Like I said, they were pretty good. Other than that, the storyline was diabolical, and it should have been a lot better. This film should have been so much better, but it just wasn't, and unfortunately I can't give it much more praise. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and put the post notifications on as well. We are smashing these videos out, and thanks to everyone that has watched these videos. I really do appreciate it. Appreciate all the love, all the support. Seriously, it's incredible, so thank you all so much. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.